the urgency, the concern, the grieving, the worrisome, that's all organic. It's all natural. When you're not having that experience, you're not getting those natural reactions. And that's the problem we're facing here, is those natural behaviors are not happening because this situation of her waking up and her son being missing is not natural. It didn't just happen like that. Because if it did happen like that, we would have more authentic and original behaviors from the mom, at minimum. We know the stepfather didn't like this kid, so if he didn't show any emotions and if he was quite relieved that this child was missing, that's one thing. But it's the mother's behavior that I have never quite seen before. And everybody compares her to Susan Smith, but I have to be honest with you. Susan Smith at least played the part for a little while. This lady has not. She has not had one urgency remark in any of her interviews. We need to bring him home. It's been so many days. I don't know what to do. I'm going stir crazy here. I don't know what happened. I don't know where he is. I just need him home. I haven't been without my baby in 30 days. I just need him home. Where is that? That is what I've seen in these parents. Not in Don Wells. I didn't see that in Don Wells or Candace Bly. I didn't see that in the West case. I didn't see that from Adam Montgomery. I didn't see that from Leilani Simon. I saw that from Brandy Neal. I saw that from Seth Rogers. I saw that from Jennifer Santinello. I saw that from Riley Strain's parents. I saw that from Rachel Morin's parents. You see the difference? Is their behavior is so closely related to people that are guilty of crimes related to the missing person, as opposed to people that are unrelated, that have no culpability in the crime, in their behaviors. I don't care what law enforcement tries to convince you of. When parents grieve differently, they grieve differently. That is the truth. Okay? Some people can hold on a little longer than others. Some people can hold out hope for more than others. Some people are completely distraught and broke down. Some people turn that breaking down into pure anger. But denial, grieving, the grieving process. Go look at the stages of the grieving process. None of those have been exhibited. Some of those exhibit all of those things in almost rapid fire. It's been built up in them for so long. When they have come to Jesus, they go through the process of grieving in multiple stages very quickly. But what we're not seeing here is grieving at all. We're not seeing emotion at all. We're seeing constant defensive behavior, constant self-preservation behavior. And when it comes to the mom and the stepdad, we're constantly seeing Sebastian taking a back seat to all of their harassment. Well, listen, they lost a child and can't explain how. That's a problem for many people that have autistic children that know their child and know that this is horse crap. Not only that, but Seth, he's come out to the public without dogging his ex, without dogging her husband. He's come out and basically said their story is bullcrap. He knows his son. He knows how his son's behaved. The convincing language. Oh, well, we heard it yesterday on Smiley's World where Katie was saying, well, I know Seth says he never leaves the house without his shoes on, but, we've had different experiences than that. And she tries to use the convincing language of, oh, yeah, he ran out to the mailbox one time without his shoes on as their evidence of him not putting his shoes on each and every time. I'm sorry, what does he do when he gets up in the morning and gets dressed and he's going to leave the house? That is what we need to be asking ourselves, not whether he's going to a mailbox to grab some mail and run back in the house. What would his behaviors be if he knows he's sneaking out in the middle of the night and running away from home? I don't see anybody running away from home knowing they're going to run away from home without putting their damn shoes on in the freezing cold. And even if he did do that, I could see him getting out and realizing how cold it was and turning back around, going back in the house and putting his shoes on and grabbing a jacket. Chili's management, it's nice to see you. Are we going over Seth's interview also? They will be coming up. They will be coming up. But at this point, whether you believe it or not, and you're more than welcome to go look at the Seth interviews yourself, is the reason why I'm not wasting my time on Seth's interviews, other than certain aspects of the interviews, is because he doesn't seem like he has any culpability in his son's disappearance. And this case is about a missing child. It's not about marital problems. It's not about a divorce that happened 8 years ago. It's not about a current divorce, even though that current divorce, that current custody case may have some relevance. We don't really get into that current custody case on this channel very much outside of little snippets. Now, if I truly thought that there was something in Seth's commentary that would be beneficial on finding Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, then definitely I would absolutely be playing more of Seth Rogers' videos. But in all fairness, his earlier videos, he was nervous. He did not have a spokesperson worrying about his appearance and benefit, and he said some things that many people took offense to and started condemning him for that when he's missing a child and nobody gives you a book on how to speak, right? So no, I mean, we have already went over an interview, the Nick Barris interview, one of the very first interview that Seth had with Nick Barris. We did play that on this channel. We are planning on playing a few other ones on this channel, but I'm not really. He didn't tell the truth from the beginning. Let's be honest. I'm not being rude, just talking like adults. I don't believe you. And not only that, Chili's management, I want receipts. What is he not being honest about? What is he not being honest about? If you're talking about something with a divorce or abuse or these unsubstantiated allegations that are in affidavits, let me break it down for you. You know those pieces of shit parents? The mom and the stepdad? They wrote affidavits about me. His grandparents wrote affidavits about me. Guess what? They don't look good. You know what they say? They basically say, I'm going to come over there and unalive them. You know that? And let me tell you, those affidavits don't mean squat, because you know it as well as I know it that those were lies. Those were lies in those affidavits, that they lied under oath. So if you're talking about something like that, I don't want to hear it. I could really care less how you feel about him personally, or whether you like him, or you think he's abusive, or you think this. Those were not substantiated claims by the court. Okay? Just like mine haven't been substantiated. But don't worry, October 10th, baby, I bet you that the claims are going to be unsubstantiated. I guarantee that. So I really don't really care about the crackpot crap that's in affidavits. If there's no finding of the courts for those affidavits, they don't mean a hill of beans to me. Because anybody can write anything in an affidavit, which we can use me as a primary example of that. And I'm sorry, whether you don't like him or not, this is a Seth-friendly channel. And if you don't like how I'm running my channel, you're more than welcome to go build your own channel and run it as you see fit. And if you don't like Seth, that's your problem, not mine. I actually like the guy. I think he's a good father. I think he's a better father than those pieces of shit that had this child. If you want my honest opinion. So, this is Bullhorn Betty's channel. I don't know if you noticed that it said Bullhorn Betty when you came in. That means I do what I want over here. But you're more than welcome to go do what you want, where you want to go do it. And maybe, just maybe, go back to those hate channels, those one filled with the devil, and go work with them. I'm sure they'll splatter Seth and all of his non-substantiated claims across social media just for you. So that would probably be, in my opinion, the better place for you. Chili, whoever you are.